Welcome to Matters Podcast, where combat sports, mindset, and real life lessons collide. Hosted by Dervin and Nate, we dive into Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, MMA, and the grind that shapes athletes inside and outside the mat. Every episode we bring stories, strategies, and raw conversations that fuel growth, resilience, and community. Stay tuned because it's more than a fight, it's a lifestyle. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show, That Matters Podcast with Nate and myself being Dervin. I always forget to say my name. Who's myself? How's it going, man?
Going pretty good.
Dude, finally, dude, yeah, that's been the talk on the town in the area. People were worrying about the cold. My wife
Yep.
has been talking about it since Sunday. Like we getting to do you remember that shed that we just built? I have to set it on fire so we can stay hot.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the only reason it hit my radar was people at work talking about stuff being bought out at stores and like it being chaos just getting groceries.
Yeah. The gas station in Mebane was it yesterday? It was packed. There was lines out because people get gas for the cars and their generators.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they were packed. Food Lion, Walmart, their shelf were empty. They were like raided over.
Yeah.
My wife, she was looking for bread. She can find bread. I was like, you know who has bread? The Mexican store. Nobody goes over there.
Yeah.
You get bread all the time. Maybe more expensive. I have a little bit of lead, but hey, you have bread. But in case they come here, man. But yeah, if you need bread, you can always find something. But yeah, the Food Lion. Why she went looking for propane tank? Walmart didn't have any. They were out there. And she went to Tractor Supply. My sister, she was trying to get propane this evening. And they say BJ's were out of propane since this morning. They haven't had gas.
Dang. Yeah.
So okay, my end, because the thing that people worry about is power going out and everything being electric.
Yeah, I mean, really, you're okay until that happens. Then you start getting creative.
Yeah, because you can't charge your phone. You can stay warm. Well, she was also considering getting a generator. I was like, how are we going to plug in the heat of the house to the generator? We had to have another way to keep warm.
Yeah.
Because we cannot stay warm. But luckily we have gas logs in case and we have gas stove. Worst case scenario, turn the fucking oven on for a little bit. It heats up the house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Just keep the baby away from it though. That's the only thing. Though, that's the worst case scenario. Because I remember when the power was out for a whole week here, it was something else. Like you don't want to get stuck in the house for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this is the first I've really been, had to worry about it. Because growing up, we always had a wood stove. That was our main source of heat anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. So you just stay warm and you can cook on it too.
Yep.
Dude, some marketplaces, a bunch of people that were selling generators in there.
I bet they are.
Yeah, I still one of the one of those rusted old kerosene, the white ones. You know what I'm talking about? Heater that has been sitting out there in the rain. Somebody selling it for $80. It's like, it doesn't work. It looked like had the drum of the old washing machine on top of it. Like, what kind of shit is this, man? Trying to make some money out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do. That's crazy.
I see people make fireplaces out of washing machine drums.
Washing machine drum? No, I haven't seen that.
Because you know the drums of washing machines, they have holes in them.
Right.
So it's kind of like a solo stove.
Dang. Okay.
So you have oxygen coming in from all the sides. Don't have to worry about the fire going out.
Yeah, that is smart.
The reason I found out was because my brother-in-law, they had some tenants at the apartments, and it turned into a grill. So I put a grill on top of it, and they put wood in it. That worked, man. They were grilling out there.
That's funny.
But the pain of that, I don't think that's healthy to
No, I
the
don't think
pain
so.
of the drums of the washing machine on your steak or whatever you're cooking. It's not good.
It's tenderizer, meat tenderizer.
Emails off the bone, one way or another. Yeah, you gotta get innovative when it comes to times like this, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a matter of times how we will see because it's North Carolina too, so it
Right.
changes.
Yeah, it could be completely different when, yeah, the time comes.
Yeah. Well, the governor already declared today's Wednesday. It already declared state of emergency today,
What?
and the storm's not coming into Saturday. Also, I think what my wife was freaking out is because one of her cousins works for the EMS of the EMS in the county. And on Monday, they had a meeting that said that they were preparing for a chaotic storm that they can see power outage between a week and a week and a half. That's what
Yeah.
they're looking at.
Yeah.
But that was Monday.
Mm.
So they probably should have one tomorrow because tomorrow's when the brines start going out on the roads. Bojangles, seasoning salt everywhere. See a bunch of crackheads pop out of nowhere. When it's right there, all those homeless encampment, they're just. But yeah, that's because you have to put it out 48 hours before
Mm.
the storm comes in. Luckily, there is one of those. Do you remember when you come out of the gym? You know what the a correction center is? Right next to it is the where they have all the brine for this area. So all the trucks have to come this way, and they have to clear out the road in this area. There's something like that. So we're pretty close. So they had to go over this area during that time when there was snow or ice. So it gets clear sooner than other ones. Not by choice, but by default, because they have to come this way to clear out so they can go to that station. But also that's what they get the DOT for state troopers. That there's a pump here. That's where they fill up their cars.
Mm.
So there will always be a freaking state trooper in this area. When you're driving, you have to keep a lookout. Have you heard of how they're using AI for catching people on the highway? So I don't know if you've seen recently, they have this orange things. They used to be like looks like lights or for like signs or the. I'm not sure that's I'm correct, but this orange things and it looks like a soup. It has like something on the top. Before you, I thought it was like a speed trap, something like that.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But in
Yeah.
there they have a camera, so like like face recognition. So for
Mm.
especially for 18 wheelers, they would see if you know when a seatbelt, if you're texting and driving. And then usually most of the time, close to those things, there's like a DOT for like a mile from there. So they get an alarm like, oh, this is the guy right here. So you pull him up because start to.
Dang. Dang. You're gonna really have to start watching.
Yeah. So they've been using that since 2023 here in North Carolina. That's what I was like, I don't think that's true. Then I look up in online. I was like, oh yeah, they've been using that for the DOT since 2023. I was like, oh, I thought just somebody was being like a conspiracy theories, but no, that's what they're being like because it helps them to locate people. I don't know if it's true they have facial recognition because it's really, really fast. I don't think they'll be able to how fast those cameras really are for facial
Yeah.
recognition.
Yeah. Hard to say.
But let's say facial recognition, somebody has like a warrant or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody they're looking for, it'll be if they're looking for somebody in a different state, that'll be handy. But also the height of a vehicle also will be different. How
Right.
they would capture 18 wheelers would be easier to capture because so much higher than a regular car.
Yeah, I mean, dang, that's wild. I'm gonna have to get my windows tinted.
No. Then they have reason to pull you over.
Yeah, then they get me for that.
Oh shit, it's Nate dog. Hey Nate, you're supposed to tint your windows. Why are you driving a Charger Hellcat? That's beside the point. That's not what I do. Bro, you are changed. 2026. But yeah, I know something different that I heard about that. They're using AI that way. I mean, they're using TSA in airports for facial recognition. Every time you have to scan your license or your password, when you go there, they make you stand in front of the camera. But
It has made like even since I first started going to Germany. I mean, really, I started this year. The first time I had to show my passport. After that, they just scanned my face.
damn.
So for coming back in, I should say.
Huh.
For leaving, they scan the passport. But
Mm-hmm. Do they use stamps anymore? What do they do? Okay. Yeah, because when I went on the cruise, that's the first time I got my passport. I was going different places. Like, oh, we don't do that anymore. Like, what the fuck, man? I got a passport for. I was pissed. The only place that I was able to get one was in La Romana, in Dominican Republic. That they had a place for like customs. So I was like, yeah, because I went there. I got there, and the customs office was closed. I was like, what the fuck? It went to Aruba. I was like, what the fuck? I brought my passport for nothing. I was trying to get stamps on my freaking passport. And they said custom is closed, but the port is open.
that's wild. We're
No,
not that worried about it.
yeah, you guys are good, man. We need any kind of income we can get here.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But yeah, that is different nowadays, like in TSA.
Yeah, yep. I mean, yeah, they got some data now.
Yeah. I was joking around that for the X-rays, whenever you feel sick, instead you go to the airport, like, hey man, I want to pay the deductible. Please just run me through here. Just let me know what's wrong with me. I don't want to get it. I just was rolling yesterday. My elbow is a little achy, so you just gonna run me through here. See how it really is. It bounce burst? Is it something else? My wife, she got stopped at TSA last time when we went to Tampa last month. She got stopped TSA when they went through the scanner of the for the bag because of baby wipes. Because
Really?
it's kind of a liquid, I guess.
Okay,
That's a
interesting.
stubborn. And my mother-in-law, she got stopped because of she had brownies in there. She's
That's
like, "What
funny.
kind of brownies you got there?"
Yeah, the brownies.
Let's take a look at this. TSA ate all of them.
Yeah,
Make sure there were no spike.
that's right.
It's for security purposes. Okay, stand back, stand back. You have some milk with that? Damn, Starbucks right there. I gave you some milk. Damn it. But in Hawaii, they don't let you take fruits. That's another thing I remember now.
They said that coming back from Germany actually. They told us on the plane, like, if you've brought fruit, vegetables, or something else, they're like, you have to throw them away. They will not be allowed through security.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, there's
I
this guy that he had a basket there in customs,
mhm.
different like bananas and all stuff in there. I was waiting for too long. I just went into the basket. Hey, it's right here. I might not take it. I'm hitting right here in front of you, man. Can I do that? I don't want to go over there pay freaking $50 for a freaking banana. I just
Yeah,
get one from here.
yeah.
That okay? I'm pretty sure they take that bag home. The people that work there at TSA,
What's that?
all the fruits that they take from people that they're not allowed to take.
You think so?
Yeah, because they had a freaking basket there the whole time. They would just put them in there, put it in there. Not that's not allowed. Just put it on the basket. Like,
That's
man,
funny.
that's all went there. Like, dude, that's a lot of shit you got there, man. Can I get one?
Yeah, right. Dang.
That guy that just took it off his back, he was pissed. I was sitting in front of him. You motherfucker. Eating it sideways because I only did that other way. I get no idea.
I was gonna say, did you make eye contact?
I see you in the airplane. You be joining the mile high, whether you like it or no. Either we're fucking or I'm fucking. It's like, oh no, you had the wrong idea. But yeah, yeah, TSA has changed. Even after, but now they don't let you take your shoes off unless it's a boots.
Right. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, some of that stuff's pretty nice. Yeah, it seems to depend a lot on where you are. Because, like, I remember went through security in like Vegas. They didn't make me like take off belt, shoes, any of that. That was all good. Usually in Charlotte, I'm trying to think. I think they were making me take my shoes off. It's nice that
Yeah,
it's somewhat streamlined now.
yeah. Well, Tampa. When we live in Charlotte, you had to make you take like your laptops and like for some. I had an iPad for Allison. They make you take it out there. But whenever we come from Tampa, like no, you don't have to take it out. Just leave it there. They have different standard there. So many people take laptops and iPads for the kids and things like that whenever they go through security.
Mm-hmm.
Save them a lot of time because if they have the better scanner, you just leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially every time it's like put it in its own bin.
And then you have to wait for that bin because it was like scan it back and forth, back and forth. It was a freaking laptop. Do you think I want to carry this shit with me?
Man, every time there was a while, every time I went through TSA, they would pat me down as well as soon as I was through. And like, dude, some guys were just like real quick about it. There was a couple dudes that were like grabby. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I know it's technically how you're supposed to do it, but dang,
Relax a little
don't
bit.
have to do me like that. Yeah.
Spray your cheeks and lift your stack. What the fuck? I thought this kids here, man. Maybe this is from here. There was a guy that was in Tampa. I was coming in front of us through TSA. He had a hoodie. They make him take his hoodie off when he ran through the scanner. He run back again. He's wearing a wife beater. They make take his shoes off. He was wearing tennis shoes. He's wearing sweatpants. And they make him take his chain off, make his he's all his rings, and still pat him down. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you going to do, man? Anything else? And they were still like, did the metal detector and they did the pat him down.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe his girlfriend just waiting, like, damn it. My dad, he got in trouble. Because he was stationed here in the United States, and he went to Panama for I think it was for New Year's thing. He only went there for a day because he just came to bring like Christmas gifts, stuff like that. And he went down there with luggage, but he came back. He didn't have any luggage because he come back to work because the airport's right there by where he worked at. And when he got here, he got stopped and they put him into a room and they started questioning him. That was before 9/11. Like, why did you go over there with trafficking drugs? Like, they have like a bunch of questionnaire for like a couple of hours in there. It's like, no, man, I just went to see my family. Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah. Dang. Wow. This is before 9/11? Oh.
I was like, dude, I just went there to visit my family. I was going there for a day. I already have
It's
clothes over
awful
there.
suspicious.
Yeah, I already have clothes over there, so I didn't have to pack any clothes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him telling me about that he got stopped by TSA, but that was before TSA. I don't know what it's called back then because it's not the Homeland Security
Mm.
wasn't back then.
Mm. Hmm.
I don't know. It's called something else. Um. Oh, update on my competition. I was able to compete because I got filthy face and I got freaking MRSA. Not MRSA, it was staph on my face just because being a freaking idiot. Barely. Usually have a towel with me when I go practice. That's why I used to like dry my face. But I was wearing long sleeve when I was practicing. I just went and rub my face with the sleeve.
Oh,
My immune system was still shit because I had the flu the week before. That's what I also did it.
yep.
And I also have different soap wipes. I usually use them after I'm done practicing. Didn't use that either after practice because I was running my mouth, talking to somebody. Awful. It's fucking fall. And then I just came home and took a shower, but apparently that was long enough for me to get staph on my face. It's like shit. I fucking
Really sucks. I mean, yeah, that really sort of That's one of the worst ways to not be able to compete, I think.
Because you don't feel like you're injured, but you're still contagious and don't want to get somebody else giving that shit to somebody else. And yeah, it was my wife was telling me like maybe it was a blessing in disguise because you haven't been able to practice as much as you wanted to. You got the flu the week 2 weeks before, and you chances are probably you go in there, you probably get injured for real. I
Hmm.
don't. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise, but I really wanted to compete.
It doesn't feel
And
like one.
yeah, I still went to the tournament. I messaged the guy that was going again because they finally gave me somebody,
Yeah.
just a 52-year-old.
Okay.
Just like I messaged him like, "Hey man, I'm going over there. I just want to let you know I'm here to compete today. So in case you don't have to wanna put your clothes on and get over there, yeah, that way you let you know so that way before you get there because he's coming from South Carolina too. The guy,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to drive.
yeah. So they give you like a uh courtesy message.
Hmm.
Let him know. He's like pretty cool about it. Like, yeah, man, it's okay. They sign him up for the absolute in expert for him because they have anybody in his bracket, so they put him in the absolute to compete. It's like, dude, it was It was it was difficult to see. He going to the absolute as a 52-year-old.
Yeah. It will exactly. That's brutal.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say hi to him afterwards. Like, man, he probably pissed on me because they signed him up for the freaking absolute through the freaking ringer, literally because of me. I had a freaking stab on my face. But yeah,
that Yeah, that's one division I've never done, and a lot of it is because of how many injuries I feel like come from that division.
I was talking to one of the guys too. I usually like to compete in my bracket, in not an absolute. I kind of stay in my lane. I'm older too. He was like, "Well, if I lose," he was saying, "If I lose somebody in my bracket, I know it's in my way, not being that good, signing up for the absolute, getting beat by somebody smaller than you, it doesn't feel good morally." So that's probably another reason not to do the absolute,
Yeah, that's valid.
getting choked out by somebody smaller than you. Did you wake up by somebody shaking your feet?
Yeah, yeah. What a
Did I win?
nightmare.
Did I win? Yeah, man, you beat it with the possum guard. Though, yeah, just an update on training. But I was able to get a voucher, so I'm planning on competing in April 4th. I'm off that weekend, but that's in Hickory. Hours on change from here to compete. I'm trying to get some of the guys from the gym to go to, but they're competing also in Cary. I think Mooresville, the following April 11th. That's submission only. Some people like submission only, other people like points. Especially newer people, some of them they like the points because if you don't have any submission to finish with, unless you can use the points to score, but we'll see. But I'm competing for sure April 4th. And we shall see. Just getting into different stuff. One thing I want to get good at is leg locks. Before then, I mean, good at defending them, but finishing, I want to get better at that. Because I'm able to defend and um, not so much finishing leg locks, but getting to better position from those leg locks, getting sweeps or getting backs from there from those positions. I had a couple instructions for that for like a couple years, never finished them. ADHD to the max, never
Yeah,
finished them. That's why I want to get good at defending leg locks, but I want to get better at the attacking part because Devin is pretty good at leg locks. That's why I decided to. If I want to get past the leg locks, I'll be able to have to defend them and go to something else to finish. Boom. That is the plan for right now. Getting better at. But I will try to document as much as possible. I'm terrible, terrible with documenting practice. I bring the camera and leave it in the freaking bag every time because I'm not used to carrying the camera and just recording matches. Till it's good for content, but I forget to take it out.
yeah. It's one thing I've definitely thought about doing because I know it. I'm sure it would be super helpful, but
Mhm.
that's yeah. I'd never invested in a camera. Definitely would help though. I mean, yeah. I thought about getting one for a long time.
Yeah, you can just get a marketplace to have a bunch of them. A lot of people don't use it
That's
anymore.
valid. I didn't think about that.
It doesn't have to be something like high end
Right.
camera. Just buy one of those like GoPros they have in there.
Hmm.
And if it's issues like batteries, you can just get batteries from online and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But try to look at the difference between competition class and competition, and try to mimic as much as possible. And I just see that helps probably because it takes away a lot of other variables when competition. The more you can simulate competition during practice, and try as when you see where you are. Another thing I'm using as chest strap too for my heart rate because I can know where my Fitbit while grappling. So use a chest strap in my heart rate. I try to emulate the same heart rate when I work out my strength and conditioning part as competition. And because I'm able to see where I'm at during rolls, my heart rate, and also it gives you the one I use is Polar, the brand, and like it gives you vocal cues on which zone you're in. So you're in zone one, zone two, zone three, zone up to it's like 5 different zones. So if you're rolling, you're in zone three, you know you can push.
Interesting.
You can push because you'll be able to, but you're like zone five, that's when you know you have to find your good positions. I also give you kind of cues of when you're in a bad position, but you're not really doing strenuous part. For example, being bottom and you're on zone five, just like, oh, this probably will happen during competition. So it gives you like a kind of like a cue where you are during class compared to in competition.
This is interesting. How big is that? I mean, it's a chest strap, but
It's a chest strap. It just like has a like a little like a it's like about this size. It just like clips on the strap. Some people wear the ones that are on the sleeve. I've seen those, but I don't know how long they will stay on there and how accurate it will be. I like it on the chest because the heart rate's right here.
right. Yeah, yeah.
I've seen
You
other
got to get
people
a good
wear.
reading.
Yeah, I've seen other people wear it. Like Team Kenny, I've seen wear that chest strap too. Other people wear the. It is like a freaking like a top, like a girl top. What's it called? Like a spaghetti strap. That's a little, but it's not a spaghetti strap. It's like you put like a. It's a. You put your arms through there. It's like a best place, like about cut up right here, and the monitor goes on. I think it goes on the back, so you actually collects because it has some sensors on the front, so it collects the data. So it's not so much because right here you can do rolling and stuff like that. Mother's milk, you fuck somebody's nose, but
Yeah.
the other stuff that you because you wearing the chest strap right here. But the other one is the chest strap. I mean, the sensor is in the back, and you're wearing that. It's just like a close um, item. You can use as a heart monitor, but I'm not sure how the if it has like a vocal cues to let you know where you are as far as in zones. I'm pretty sure you can set it up somehow. But yeah, that's something I like to implement for. I have to stay close to the phone too because yeah, if it's too far, it won't pick up the monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
You have been in zone one for the last 45 minutes. But you said one of those batteries, batteries on them. That's what the monitor uses. Just like keep up batteries. That's what they use.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Do you feel like the data's been useful so far?
Yeah, because it helps me know where. Because sometimes you know when you are rolling and you're like, I feel like I'm really, really getting close to there. But then you go, if you go to the heart rate, it shows you like, oh, you're zone two, zone three. For example, when you're drilling, you're sweating like hell, especially in the freaking gym. It's hot. But you go like in there, it shows you zone two, zone three. It's like, it's no, I'm not really going that hard. I'm just have my heart rate going there. I also give you a gauge when you go into competition because you have anxiety. Anxiety is you feel like you're getting really, really tired, but it's not really what you're used to. So if you're able to know what your heart is whenever you're anxious and where you are actually running and redlining your body, so you're able to have some confidence, like, oh, it's just nerves. That's what it is. It's not really my heart, but I'm crashing right now.
Yeah, I could see that. That would definitely help.
You get some sort of confidence and you know where your body is.
Right.
For example, running, when you first start running, you're like, oh man, the first mile, like, dude, that's it. But you know, whenever you pass the first mile, just keep going and it just goes away. kind of the same way. Just go over the hill. That's what I go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the, yeah, I guess being able to attribute the heart rate to what it, you know, you're working hard or you're just anxious would be, it would help mentally, I think, quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what part that a lot of people struggle with, the mental part. Because that's what I was telling the guys. You are able to do this for an hour with people that know your moves. If you're able to do it with somebody for 5 minutes, um, just think about it. Just take 5 minutes at a time. Your matches. It'd be shorter if you finish them submitting them. They was mad that somebody, one of our guys was competing, and we were looking for a cross because one of the guys having another match. Like, dude, he's one of those slow clocks. Like, what do you mean? Like, when you go to a gas station, the pump's really slow. It's taking forever. Like, dude, he been rolling. They were going hard, and they still had 3 minutes left. I was like, oh shit, long 3 minutes in competition. Like, oh shit, let's see how yeah to find a way to finish it because that's all.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, especially that's the first round. That's another thing. First round, you want to get it off in warm ups. That's the worst. That's the worst you will do in competition. The first round. That's the hardest match. I feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's something my coach told me in wrestling. Just get the first match out of the way in warm ups.
Interesting. Why do you think that is? Just your body's,
Your body is just going over the hill. I think that's the thing. I attributed that because you feel like you're, oh man, I'm tired, and I don't want to get too tired for this match before I go to the next match. And I have another guy, and I don't know how he's recovering, and this guy's trying to do this to me. When I get my neck gets sore, I'm about to lose this match. That monkey just jumps your back. So that's just different variables that just attribute in that first match that down just goes off the chart. But if you're able to just get that out of the way in your warm ups, especially an hour before, go hard as far as warming up, get calisthenics, get your hand fighting practice on your takedowns, getting takedowns, and just passing guard or from bottom, trying to get your submissions or sweeps in there. Just trying to break it down first. So 15, 15, 15 for 45 minutes. So that will be your hand fighting takedown, 15 minutes. Then your top passing guard for 15 minutes, and then your either sweeps or attacks from bottom. That'll be good. And then after that, just stretch. Just after that, you warm up. Your body's just trying to get your body loose and go into competition. And just hydrate, especially hydrate, especially at the club way. Hydrate. And after that, you feel because remember during practice, also trying to emulate the same way. The first round don't go as hard because kind of like you're warming up. Competition class thing as the practice goes, and then later, like the last 15 minutes, that's when you go balls to walls. So whenever you're in competition, you warming up, you're drilling, and stuff like that. And then the last 15 minutes is when you're going to go to town and compete. And you want to go in there with your heart rate at 100 at least.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Reading some higher level competitors. I think it was that I read about, and he was talking about like the challenge for him is always like finding that good balance because you go hard for the match, you get all sweaty. You don't want to be cold going to the next match. So it's like figuring out the clothes you want to put on to keep yourself warm, maintain some level of looseness between matches. And yeah, that can be a challenge, but definitely worthwhile.
Yeah. I've seen something else of this. Shout out to I think her name is Kelsey Porter or Poulter. She has Instagram. She's the sports nutritionist, and she has a rule. I think it's 1-1 rule. So if you have 40-minute break between your rounds, get 40 grams of carbs. So you refuel between matches. So you want to refuel your glycogen storage. I think, like I said, you want to stay warm because you don't know how long that is between rounds. And you have time to stretch too, because between matches, in matches, you're going to push yourself and you be able to be tight in certain place. So if you're able to move around, stretch, just get a little. I usually used to have this system, but not so much system, but more like a warm up that will do. So like 20 jumping jacks, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and in like good mornings, 10 good mornings. That's what I used to do. So get my core warm up and be able to get my knees loose, ankles loose, and my upper body kind of get pumping. Get my heart rate there, and then after that, just stretch, be loose for your match. Because I remember one of the matches I went against this guy. First round had to go somebody, and you know they have to go. I guess somebody after that. The guy that we're going against, yeah, he didn't stretch, so I caught him with something. It was like I was going for a rear naked choke, and he tapped out to a calf cramp.
Really?
Yeah, because I know I was putting my knee on the calf when I was going for a rear naked choke, and he just like, ah, he was able to stand up because his calf was cramping up. I was like, I don't think I think that ain't right. Yeah, especially when you go older competitors, they're not warming up.
True. True.
You just flick their bottom of their feet, and the plantar fasciitis just flares up, cripple them for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Ah. But yeah, that's just like you have to warm up, man. You're not young as you used to be. That's a lot of hamstrings go out. People trying to run, all muscles.
It's consequences all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, and this sport is unforgiving too. You have lingering injuries that don't go away. Oh, this week because of my face, I have yet to get on the gym, and my knees are feeling it. Like, ugh. I don't know if it's the cold, but my knees are achy.
Really?
Yeah. Ah, man.
You
I don't
said
know what.
because you haven't got to the gym?
Yeah. I haven't been able to lift. I haven't been able to go to jujitsu. I haven't been able to. I was able to like to walk, but nothing to get me sweating. It's being stationary. So I had to like on Monday I went to the gym. It's like, man, I had to fucking do something. So I was planning on going on the elliptical for 30 minutes, walking. And I was like, fuck this. I got 5 minutes in the elliptical, so let's fucking get a lift. So I went and I started lifting, did a deadlift, trying to max out on deadlift, but old. I don't want to. I use the standard bar. I use this thing they use like it's like people use it for calf raises. So you pick it up and then you do calf raises in there, but you can still use it for deadlift. You just up and down. So I use that for deadlift. According to that, my max is 460. I'm not sure how close that right that is because I was to do I think it's 310. I was able to do it for 12 reps. So you calculate for the RPE. I calculated that says like 460 is your max. According to that, it's like, dude, I had to get a fucking win somewhere. I wasn't able to compete this weekend. I'm not able to fucking get in the gym anywhere. I had to get a win somewhere. Let me fucking PR today. Probably that's probably why my fucking knees hurt. Not for not going to gym, but because I was there fucking hurt on Monday. So going downstairs, my hamstring probably putting a lot of pressure on my knees. Probably. Yeah, thinking about it.
Oh, makes sense now.
Oh, another thing I was thinking while we are in the competition part, talk. If you can find one of those massage guns, know what I'm talking about? You can get one of those after you're done with your match. Use that shit on your forearms because you know how freaking tight your forearms are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So use one of those guns to be able to massage that to get some blood in there or get it out of there, to get some lactic acid out. That's a lifesaver.
I could see that. Yeah.
Especially gi. How many times you like gripping and stuff like that?
Yeah.
With your forearms,
Oh,
you just
yeah. Your hands are dead right afterwards.
yeah. So you have to get some of that to be able to loosen up a little bit before you go next.
That's valid. I have one. I never thought about using it like that.
Yeah. I remember seeing like when we went to competition, some people having them. I was like, fucking pussies. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, that works.
I shouldn't be using that shit. As you get older, man, you start to appreciate the little things in life. But yeah, it does make sense. I mean, you use a freaking those compression boots, these for recovery. I mean, if you use that for recovery, I'm pretty sure that little. Well, the most expensive was Terragon. That's what I used to remember calling them. I had the first Tim Tam that Firasa Habe he had. I think like 10 years ago he came with that. But that thing is loud as hell and it's like a jackhammer. Dude, that shit will fuck you up if you. But I've just got a new one. The new ones that they make is like $40 or $60.
Okay,
The shipping. That one that I got from Firasa was like $600 when I got it when first they came out. And it used like a freaking drill. It smelled like a hydraulic like oil. That's how old the thing is. You can smell like it's like a saw. Literally, that's what it is. The thing is
that's wild.
hard as hell. But now the new ones they have different settings. You can do different speed and the timer and all that shit. Some of them you can change the tip. They'll be hot, cool, man. But yeah, that thing. I mean, freaking Marshalls has them. You go to Marshalls, they
Yeah,
have this.
yeah. I actually the only reason I have one is because I went to O2 for I don't know 2 3 years, and you accumulate points for going, and so I bought mine from like a selection, and I got it for free, essentially. Yeah, that's the reason I have one is because that was one of the nice things on their site. So I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Okay, this is one of the perks that they have for the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like if you show up, you get I can't remember how many points it was, but just for scanning in, you get a certain number of points, and I had accumulated like a couple thousand or something like that for the couple years that I was there.
Hmm. That's nice. I mean, it's up for your membership that you pay.
Yeah, yeah, really. The O2 wasn't cheap, so
I used to go to Planet Fitness, but I don't go anymore because I already have another gym. So you have like pizza and stuff like that at the front whenever you go in there. They have Tootsie Rolls.
what?
Planet Fitness.
For real?
Yeah. I mean, job security, man.
True, yeah.
If you're a
That's
mechanic and you put a
wild.
pop in front of your shop and people come in there with getting tires changed, well, you make another problem and solution right there.
That's right.
So congratulations, we got pizza parties going on today. It's not trying to lose weight. That's different than the O2 approach. O2, they give you
A
perks from
little.
that.
Yeah.
No, here we keep you in here, man. You're having a life sentence here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like which O2 locked me into a like membership, a year membership when I thought I was on a monthly plan, which that was, that sucked. But I
Mhm.
hear Planet Fitness is similar and that it's impossible to quit.
Yeah, I had to go in there personally to ask him like, "Hey, man, I wanna cancel my membership. If you don't cancel, I drive the car through the fucking lobby." How about that? That shit gone.
The key is to get their attention.
Yeah. Okay, calm down, calm down. Dude, there was this lady that she was the manager there. Dude, she was fucking jacked. She was like, I guess like a bodybuilder. She had a strong face too. It's like, dude, I don't wanna mess with her, man. She looked that strong grip. Though she looked like she was on roids.
Yeah.
She had the face of Rafael Lovato.
My gosh.
She she was scary. So I just went in there to cancel my membership when she was off. Is she here? Went in
Today's
there
the
wear
day.
I went in there wearing my mask during COVID.
Yeah.
I think it was the reason I was wearing it, not because I wanted to cancel my membership. So she was in security footage. Show it to me. Boom. Oh, that's another thing. Other things we have to cover today. Do you hear about Nick Diaz? He just recently came out of rehab.
I did hear that.
He just got married to his longtime girlfriend,
Hmm.
and he said being 1 year sober. So that's nice. Him
That
seeing.
is not really something I expected to see, to be completely honest. This seems like it was almost part of his personality.
Yeah, well, allegedly he was doing stronger drugs than
Oh,
just
okay. I didn't
marijuana
realize that.
because just some videos they posted online last year was him on a sidewalk. He was trying to set a pampas grass on fire. He was walking like without a shirt.
Was this Nick or Nate?
Nick,
Okay, I thought it was Nick. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was him. He was acting weird.
Mhm.
Even whenever Robbie Lawler they fought each other, I was like, "Are you okay, bro? Are you in a good spot?" He's like, "No, like let's get you help that you need." That's what Robbie Lawler turned to after the match. But I don't know what was going on because they were supposed to fight at 170, but then it was like catch weight or 185 that changed the weight. Considering he
Okay.
was like he looked like he was jacked for his match. I think he was supposed to fight somebody else. Positivo, I think that's what he was supposed to, but then they changed it to Robbie Lawler. So it seems like he's clean now for a year. I seen that he was sparring with Jake Shield, but that's nice to see him win battles outside the octagon. You see many fighters having that. For example, freaking BJ Penn.
Yeah. He's
Nowadays,
in rough shape.
yeah, they have to give him some help somehow, man, because he's being a threat to his family too.
Right.
Um, Another freaking news from fighters came out was what's his name? Just recently got arrested in Florida. Ex-UFC fighter Jairzinho Rosenstrike faces multiple charges allegedly after biting his partner. He was arrested after he allegedly bit her because she called him nasty beast. And he's being held. He's in immigration hold. He's not from here. I can't remember where he's from. Where's he from?
Pretty low bond.
He's from Suriname. That's where he's from. Suriname. That's where he's from. But he's 2,500.
Yeah.
So that's 250. The bail bond. But that's what has $1,000 more. The strike battery and domestic. But I don't know if it's CTE. What would you chalk that up to?
Maybe CTE. I'm sure he's plenty issues there. It makes me wonder though. I mean, drugs. I feel like drugs got to be involved somewhere.
Yeah,
You know.
being self-medicated
Right.
to a certain extent.
Yeah. Still, it just biting
Yeah,
for an MMA guy. That's
yeah.
strange to me. That maybe that's not what should catch my mind, but that's what I pick up on is like weird.
When did he bite her too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he bite somebody in the face, like, dude, that's really
True.
violent. Um, but he has to be serious enough for him to get some jail time. That's another thing. Do you see another retired fighter, Dustin Poirier? He called himself Peptide Poppy because he's getting jacked now. He's in his own home gym now. He started lifting weights and doing peptides. He said he was not sure he would pass a drug test now there by the UFC. He's just getting. That's what he says he's going to do whenever as soon as he retires because he was always afraid of putting on too much weight and lifting too much weight as well, getting too big for competing at 155.
Okay. Yeah. 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 That makes sense.
So now he's just getting jacked like Thiago Alves when he retired. Also, I think Hawani was saying about Conor McGregor congratulating Dustin Poirier on his new kid. And like, do you feel about that? He said, fuck Conor. Still only a vendetta against him after all this stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like after the matches they might have had some respect from that, but just Connor doing Connor things recently is just like, dude, it's too much.
Yeah. Hey, he's a born again Christian. He just got married too. So hey man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did John Jones
Exactly.
2
Yeah.
cases ago. But you see where he is now. He's in Russia
Yeah.
now. Is he gonna be the new Steven Seagal? He's spending too much time in Russia. He's gonna get his Russian citizenship.
So, yeah.
Yeah. He's spending Christmas over there and Thanksgiving in Russia.
Crazy.
Yeah. Somebody's really proud of being American. spent too much time in Russia.
Yeah, yeah. Better watch out if he gets a citizenship. They'll put him on the front line.
Yeah, he'd be going Ukraine.
Yeah.
Um, Another one. I forgot to mention the duel for Penn State versus Iowa this past Friday. I told you about they were
Mm,
wrestling each other.
yeah,
Penn State beat Iowa. Dominance, dominance. Yeah, and they just went in there, took their lunch.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
Was that expected at all?
You would think it would be more competitive, especially from the guys that they were higher ranked Iowa, but they were not able to answer. They looked like they were stalling too much. Uh, Penn State was able to just implement their game plan, just dominance on them. I mean, they lost their 197. Remember I told you about Mo? Because they kicked him out of the team. So that's a hole in their lineup. But you only Iowa and the coaches those are the ones you have to blame on. I think the 174 did not compete Kennedy. So they have another guy in there, Keep Arnold, which is he's a good wrestler. Usually wrestle 174, 184. He was a alternate for that weight class, but then the other ones, they were just getting dominated in position. They were it's not the Iowa that you see attack, attack, attack all the time. And it's probably because Penn State, when they're not reaching team, when you try to close the gap, they do not reach. When you reach, that's when they attack you. So that might be another reason why they were maybe being a little cautious, but they're cautious to win if you want to win. Scare money don't make money, right? If you want to win, you have to chase it. But 36-3 to a number 4 team in the country. Yeah. I wonder when Ohio State is going to go against Penn State because that's going to be a duel to watch. Those two. Because they don't go against each other in the national duels. Another one they did, well, Penn State wrestled on Friday against Iowa. And I think they did Northwestern on Sunday. And they beat Northwestern, I think 52-0. That's how bad they beat them. They beat Northwestern. Just dominating everybody. Not the record. I think it's 80 dual matches undefeated. This new record. They just keep going up and up and up. Yeah.
It's hard to imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But yeah, I want to see how Ohio. I wonder when that match is going to be. Ohio State versus Penn State wrestling. It's going to be Penn State, I think. Penn State. I think their duels tickets they get sold out before the season starts. That's how crazy it is because it's a small venue thing where they host
Okay,
their matches.
and some good wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So it's hard to get tickets. Look at the schedule right now. Grade 13, Friday the 13th. That's what they go against Ohio State.
Dang. Okay.
That'll be good. And they go against Nebraska January 30th. So that's next week. A Friday, next Friday. Who they have this weekend? This week they have Indiana on Friday. They should do Friday and Sundays. They do the duels. Making weight is a beast. Man, try to make weights on Friday and Sunday.
Yeah, that is
That's your weekend right there.
right.
You can do nothing. You know you're in college, you like to party and stuff like that, but when you wrestling season, Friday and Sunday making weight, that's no partying at all.
Is that worse than having like 2 days in a row that you got to make weight?
No, it'll be worse. Well, nationals 3 days in a row. Well, they give you a pound allowance thing for the last 2 days.
Okay.
In high school, they do different. In high school, they do 1 or 2 pounds allowance. So it's 1 pound. Oh, wait. During the spring semester, you get 1 pound allowance. So during the the fall, if you're wrestling at 145, but you weigh 143, and then the next during the spring, you want to wrestle 140, you don't have to make 141 because they give you 1 pound allowance. But it's still in the weight class of 140, but they give you 1 pound allowance.
Interesting.
So you can go a weight class lower.
Interesting one.
Yeah, because it feels like 145 to 140 feels like a big jump, but you walk around 143 when you wrestle at 145. More likely, you'll probably go down to 141 because a lot of people are cutting to 145
Yeah. Yeah.
at the end of the season. But in college, I think if in those tournaments, you get 1 pound allowance if it's more than 1 day tournament.
And that only makes sense. I feel like that's hard enough on your body as is. So
Yeah, well, I want to see that a match. Ohio State. Interesting fact: the head coach for Ohio State, he wrestled for Iowa as a walk-on. He had a scholarship for Syracuse, and he quit the team and he walked on to Iowa. He wrestled for Iowa during his years there. I think he was assistant coach in Iowa, and then before he became a head coach for Ohio State. This is 20th season, I think. The 20 years he's been coaching for Ohio State. And he's been able to do a good job with them. I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he had a documentary on flow grappling. It's called Young Bucks. And all of I think all of them, or most of them were underclassmen. I think only one or two were not freshman and sophomore. And a lot of them were all American during that season, which is really, really impressive, and also it's promising for the team. Freshmen and sophomore, they're all American. That's good.
yeah,
But
there
I
are
think what the go ahead.
level with so much time to improve. Yeah.
As long as they don't get injured, that's that freaking curse. And getting injured because it's a unforgiving sport. But one of the guys, Rocco Welch, he was a finalist 2 years ago in nationals. Last year, I think he had an injury. Came in with a knee injury, so he had to redshirt, medical redshirt. And then this year he transferred to Penn State.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the rivals. So that's another thing nowadays. They can just transfer out of your team. Just not these hosts ain't loyal. Stay on the street. The rich keep getting richer, man. That's another thing interesting about Iowa. They're spending a lot of money on transfers. Little Rock, North Dakota State, T3 from Wartburg. They got mollywopped by the number one team in the country. So that does not look good. If they're spending that much money on transfer and they're still getting dominated. This is the worst beating they have had in for so long in duels.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be.
Because what can the coaches answer for if the guys that come in here transferring from other teams as all Americans, why are they getting dominated? If you have a freaking Corvette that come from a different team and getting beat by a Volkswagen Beetle, that does not look good.
No.
So you have some explanation to her before loading right there. So those coaches. I mean, they kicked out one of their guys because so he was injured. Remember that neck injury? His doctor told him that he probably had to sit out because of his neck injury. He's really complicated, and the coaches wanted him to get a cortisone shot so be able to still compete. And because he was injured, he wanted to sit out. They didn't want to pay him for him to sit out, and then have a meeting and they just kick him out of the team. Some of the teammates they don't see well with some teammates, but they're not saying much. I mean, I don't know what kind of what's it called DA they have for some of those athletes. They can say much when they were there. In there, I remember whenever I was in college, social media was like a big demon. Whenever I said you don't want to post anything to social media, you don't want to use social media. Anything that you have to say to the media, you have to be clear through the athletic director Anything disclosure of injuries have to be done through the head coach or athletic director. You don't have anything to say about nothing. Yeah, that's one of the minutes that you have at the beginning of the season. I think the athletic director, they come in there and they talk to you about that. Some other staff, they talk to you about they talk about media, play drug protocol, as far as nutrition, all the stuff in there. I can't remember right now, but I think that the drug protocol, if ignorance is not a excuse. So anything that you take as far as creatine, supplements for proteins, make sure it has an AES seal. So it has a third party approved or third party tested more like it. You have to have this seal. Or if you using something else that we don't know about and you pop for something, it's on you because if you have something that you're taking, bring it to the athletic department. They'll run it for you. They'll check it out, see if it's good with clear with NCAA or not. So if you pop for something, it's on you because you can say that you should be doing your homework. And even caffeine, you were able to take caffeine. Like Mountain Dew, you can pop for caffeine. Yeah. I might take it. No, not if during tournaments you take freaking monsters. How much caffeine is in that thing?
Yeah.
I don't know how long. Um, because they make you in some places they'll test you after competition. So I don't know if you have to piss it out during competition. How long it will take your system? Yeah, I remember one time they tested me. I was out of competition. Well, I was during the season, but I was out due to injury, and they tested me like 3 times in 1 month. I was like, why am I getting tested so much? Yeah, you have to go there 6 in the morning, take a piss test.
Hey,
I was like, what the fuck am I getting tested so much? I'm not even competing right now.
must be doing something.
Yeah, probably smoking something like, dude, my last name is Rios. I'm selling it. I'm not using it. There's a difference. Don't get high your own supply.
That's right.
Though I found that weird. Like, dude, I'm not competing unless they just like, okay, we need to have a quota. They have so many athletes to get tested. They just keep popping me like, dude, he's not competing. So they don't want to get somebody that's competing get popped or something. But I call it random testing. Like, dude, how random is that? I get it 3 times. He was always on a Friday morning. It's like, damn it, I can't even go drinking in the morning. Nothing. Yeah, that's in. I wonder if that's what it is. But yeah, I remember back then. And nowadays, the school itself, they use social media for stay relevant and things like that. But back then, you used to like, dude, you don't want to use social media at all because it's like a big demon. You'll come back and bite you. That sort of say if you whatever you post online. But also, this was 2006. That's the beginning when Facebook came out in 2005.
So common, maybe. Yeah.
Because nowadays everything's through social media. Because I try to do like events, like we have a duel in our school, try to have a like event, have some of the students come to their duel.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like okay, whatever. Trying to get some people to come to their matches because it's freaky to hear, right? But yeah, that was weird back then. But also it was the beginning of social media. People didn't know much about it. Just like people look at AI nowadays. There's probably some me another tool people use on everyday because some companies don't let you use AI at all. But that would be interesting how they do. You wanna go over the picks for this weekend matches? Just pick a couple of them. Oh shit. Well, we know about Kayla Harrison. It's canceled. Amanda Nunes. She had to have neck surgery. Alexa Grasso versus Rosna Mayuna also being scrapped. That fight's no longer going.
Too bad.
That's a good one. Umar Nurmagomedov is dropped to the prelims versus Davison Figueredo, former champion 125. That'd be an interesting match.
Yeah. Figueredo, he's like fast, right? If I'm thinking about the right guy. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Umar is coming off a win over Batista after he lost against Merab. See how he does against Figueredo's former champion at 125. That's why he's fighting at 125. He's fighting 135. And that's why he's 38 years old. He's not any young. Here's a Figueredo. See how he does. As far as last few matches, last year he beat Montel Jackson, but he got TKO by Corey Hagen in May of last year. So we should see how he does. I mean, he lost against Peter Yan. Peter Yan also looked impressed against Merab. That's one match we didn't talk about. Peter Yan versus Merab Marsvili. Peter Yan was able to showcase his MMA skills because he was able to. His strike was there. His defense grappling was there too. And I think he's the first 3-time UFC champion. Yeah, because remember he was a champion against Aljamain Sterling. He took a knee to the head, and he lost the title against him. Then he won. I think he got the title back after that, but he lost it. Who did he lose to against Sean O'Malley? No, it wasn't Sean O'Malley. No, Sean O'Malley was a regular match. Who did Peter Young lose the title to? No, he did a rematch against Aljamain Sterling. He got beat by Aljamain Sterling. Peter Young. Then he won it back again and lost it. I have to go back, man, to see his record. I think he's 3-time champion because he's a lot of 2-time champion.
Yeah.
Not many.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be hard to come back to and keep coming back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. So he won the vacant UFC bantamweight against Jose Aldo. He lost against Aljamain Sterling by legally because Aljamain Sterling was out for so long. They did an interim championship between Peter Yan and Corey Hagen. He won that one decision. Then they unified the title, Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan, and then he lost it there. A split decision. Then after that, he went on a losing streak. So he lost against Aljamain Sterling in 2022, April that year. October 2022 was against Sean O'Malley, a split decision. So those two were close split decision. And then right after that, 2023, he lost against Merab Balashvili, unanimous decision. So 3 matches in a row. Lost right there. But at one point, let's back up. Between 2021 and 2023, he was 1-4 in his career in the UFC. But then now he worked his way back. He beat Song Yadam, he beat Derson Figueredo, and he beat Marcus McGee to fight for the title. And he won the title against Merab Balashvili, which is known as the Machine, which is pretty impressive. It's a unanimous decision in 5 of the 9, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's to have a decisive victory over. Yeah, that's quite impressive.
Mm-hmm. Another guy that, speaking of Song Yadam, he's fighting Sean O'Malley in the co-main event this weekend.
Okay, yeah.
So, he beat Cejudo last year. Did you see what Sean O'Malley said about the match?
I'm not sure. I
He
don't think
said,
so.
I don't beat my down, but I will beat you down. I don't beat my down, but I will beat you down.
Gosh.
So we should see how he does because Sean O'Malley, he's coming off. Was it 2 fights, losing streak against Barabalashvili? Because UFC Noche, he lost against Marabalashvili. He had a labrum tear. Then he came back last year. He lost against Marabalashvili again, coming off the injury. And now he has his match. So he hasn't won since March 2024 against Marlon Vera. So he also has changed a lot in his camp. Not as much distraction as he used to have. That's what he said. He's the one of the guys that talk about social media and reels that a lot of people get addicted to. He's just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. He just knows something that he was getting some sort of dopamine rush from it. So he wants to start doing that. He's able to focus his training because his training is pretty, what do you want to say? Legit as far as like seeing some of his strength training. He has a strength training coach. He has this MMA coach for, but his strength conditioning coach looks legit. I think he has a podcast, I think, the coach or the head coach, but the strength condition. I've heard him talk about them how he trained for it, but he's like does a lot of stuff. Like you see those instead of push legs, they have those cars with wheels that put weights on them, and you push them down the street. It looks like those wagons they used to carry. Remember, when you're little, they used to put you like a wagon when they put you around, but they had like big freaking tires, and you can put like 45 plates on them, and you push it down the street.
Okay. Huh.
That's what I seen him do for strength conditioning and other, of course, other lifts. And also, that's another guy that uses a chest strap for his heart monitor during training. That's another guy I've seen recently wearing that too.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of his Barbell Shrug. That's the name of the podcast. That there his strength conditioning coach. He's been his strength conditioning coach for a while. Another thing that he talks about was his coach is not listening to music before, trying to like take in the atmosphere of where you are. So he wasn't take you from two different places. So be in the comfort zone and listen to music to the competition zone.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a different take. I mean,
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people use that as well, like you say, in a comfort zone before the fight, just to kind of, chill the nerves a little bit.
Mhm. I think about it. I always take shit to the extreme because it's me. But I always think about if you're in a war zone, do you want to put your headphones and listen to music when bombs are going outside?
True.
You don't. You have to be at all your 5 senses better be ready to go.
Right.
It's time to go. You want to be listening to music and be in la la land before you go in there. You want to be in the right space. You're not trying to get hypnotized to go to sleep. You're actually going to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So be ready. As soon as you go in there and you smell the mats, you know it's time to go. That's one of those smells that you anywhere you go, you smell the mats like time to go. Just like you smell rain, it's like that smell rain.
Right.
Just like that. It's like PTSD maybe, might be. I don't know what might be the
Maybe.
specific method for it or code for it, but just be ready to go. The Vietnam flashbacks of getting staff on your face, whatever.
Yeah.
Or go up over there with a freaking beekeeper. Do you get anything? Just being afraid of getting something.
Yeah.
But who do you think? Going back to the card, who do you think is going to win between Sean O'Malley and Song Yudon?
I feel like Song Yadong, to be honest with you. I feel like I just been, yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like just he's been on quite a roll lately. Uh, I mean, Sean O'Malley, he just hasn't been fighting as much, I guess, which is part of the thing. But he just feels like he hasn't been doing that well. I feel like that's really, really hard to overcome that momentum once it builds up.
He reminded me a lot of Cody Garbrandt. Remember, Cody Garbrandt was hot. He was undefeated, and he was just on a streak. But whenever he lost that match, and then he started losing matches,
Yep,
it's hard to climb that mountain again.
exactly. It makes sense, I guess, in a way. I mean, I haven't been there, obviously. Um, yeah, that seems like that would be quite a mental hurdle to get back into it at the same level.
Hmm. Also, he had a lot of pressure being as one of the poster boys for the organization, considering he's come from the Dana White Contender Series. He won his godfather, like as far as famous wise, is Snoop Dogg. Remember, like he got the knockout in the ultimate. I mean, the Dana White Contender Series. Like, oh shit! Remember the video of Snoop Dogg reacting to Sean O'Malley knocking somebody out?
Actually, don't remember that, but I might if I saw it.
It's earlier, because back then he used to have the afro, but he used to fight. See, Snoop Dogg just reacted to like the knockout. That's one of the first like viral videos of him coming out.
Okay.
Sugar Sean O'Malley. Welcome to the Sugar Show. That's what they said. Do you think that's also a factor of pressure that he might have when it comes to competing? under this umbrella.
I would expect. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, he got a lot of attention pretty quickly.
Hmm.
I think that does. It seems like the people that are really high up and they're doing really well, once they lose, it seems like that's a harder hurdle because they've fallen farther.
Hmm.
And it's
I
like
feel that.
they feel like they gotta climb that entire mountain in one leap to start winning again, which is not really the case. It seems like that happens a lot.
Yeah, they feel like they fell out of favor too, out of the pecking order within the organization, especially after being as a poster boy. Unless you're Conor McGregor or John Jones,
Yeah.
Dana White's favorite fighters. Um, it feels like you fell out of favor, and also you not getting any younger either. In a young sport in that weight class at 135. I mean, he's 31 now. It's not that old. Um, Trying to rebuild your career later on as you age is pretty difficult. Which kind of lead us into the main event. One guy has pretty long on the tooth when it comes to competing. Justin Gaethje, one of the most highlights and also performance of the night or fight of the night in the roster, going against a poster boy, which seems Patty the Batty Pimblett. Do you think this is smart? Do you think that it's what the UFC was looking for as far as pulling people? Because you have two famous guys, Patty Pimblett and Sean O'Malley in the same car.
Yeah. I mean, you said you think they were trying to pull people with this?
Yeah, because this is the first Paramount Plus car.
Right.
And this is the
Yeah.
first one they haven't had in 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. Not 100%. I mean, yeah, they definitely stacked this card. Especially, I mean, they had Alex Grasso, Nama Nunes, Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. Like, yeah, this card was stacked.
Hmm.
So for sure, they wanted to make a good grand entry with Paramount.
Yeah. And it had different markets too. You have the Brazilian Amanda Nunes. You have the UK with Patty Pimblett, Sean O'Malley with the streamers and the new kids.
Hmm.
All different market. Alexa Grasso from Mexico. It's a big
Yeah.
sponsor for them too. Um, but like going back to the main event, I mean, he's Justin Gaethje pretty long in the tooth. He got knocked out by Holloway. Was that his last fight? No, never mind. He did Fasif. He
Okay.
fought
Yeah.
Fasif
Yeah.
in March 2025, last year. Since then, when she won that match, Gaethje's 37 years old.
Getting up there. He's getting up there. I have a hard time believing Patty's gonna beat him though. To
He's
be
a
completely
tough.
honest.
He's
What's
tough.
that?
He's a tough guy to crack
Exactly.
unless you're fucking legit. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. Those are the guys. Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez. Those are the guys that were able to beat Justin Gaethje. Is Paddy Pimblett in that caliber right now? Is this point in his career?
I feel like he's working there, but I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah. He looked impressed going against Michael Chandler. But also a lot of people look impressive against Michael Chandler.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's what it feels like.
I think Michael Chandler would be good in real estate, selling houses, as in talking himself into a fight because you have to cash
Yeah.
that check when you go into the octagon. I see you at the top.
Quick.
Hmm.
I don't know think he's got the power to knock Gaethje out. At least not, not a one punch kind of deal. So
Yeah.
he's gonna
Is he
have
a
to hit
grappler?
Gaethje a lot. Huh?
Is he a grappler?
I think he does some,
Hmm.
but I don't
Well, he had a couple of
trying to
submissions.
think. Yeah, he did.
He TKO'd Michael Chandler. Then he submitted Jordan Levitt also early in his career. The pool competition is different early in your career than when you go higher up the ranks. So you can submit janitor from somebody's high school compared to going somebody that actually does full time fighting and has been fighting high caliber and knocking people out.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go well for Patty, but it'll be a very good fight, very interesting fight because both
Well,
of them are fun to watch.
hmm. Yes, they are. Now, what do you think is next for Gaethje if he wins this one? Well, he's the interim champion though. It should be the second time because it's for the interim title, I think. Yes, it is for the interim lightweight title because remember, Ilia Topuria is out. So, what did he unify the title against Ilia Topuria for Gaethje after this? Because I think if he does win this one, I think he'll be able to win it at decision because he can go long. His cardio is there. He got submitted by Khabib. Khabib is good. Charles Oliveira is good on the ground. That's why I was wondering how good Paddy Pimblett grappling is. I think in the video he did a flying triangle on somebody, Paddy Pimblett. But yes, I saw a reporter that he was going against. But he did that. Just in case you go on distance, winning this one, fighting Ilia Topuria, this might be a slight chance for him to be a unified champion as far in weight class because he already has BMF title. He already had the interim title. This is the second interim title that he's going to fight for. Topuria is not in a good headspace for competing, going through this divorce and having this family dispute. That's what he's not doing right now. Now, if he comes back too early in Topuria, a slight chance
True.
Gaethje catches him.
Yeah. I feel like it's very slight, but it is possible.
Because how many fighters you seen that they come too early?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And the amount that kind of hurdle would mess with you, like, yeah, that's brutal, really.
Yeah. Especially stuff going outside the Octagon. For example, GSP. He had
Exactly.
too many yes men and he was too much pressure when he went into his hometown against Matt Serra the first time. Let's see what happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, yeah, that's a good point.
How much training is Ilia Topuria doing right now? He has to be training, especially as champion. You have to constantly train because you have a target on your chest.
Yeah, I kind of have to be honing everything.
But we shall see. So you have Gaethje, Son Yanan for those two, and Davison Figueredo. Do you think? No, you have Omar Magomedov in that one.
Just have a feeling.
Russian,
Davison,
by the way.
he's kind of all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's older too. I think he's 38.
Yeah.
And he going against a Russian. Derek Lewis also is fighting this guy. He said he started on peptide. He looked a lot slimmer than before actually. I seen him recently, like somebody posted a video of him walking around. And he looked slimmer.
Interesting. Well, that'll be scary to see.
Yeah, it means he had better cardio.
Right.
No fucking 5-round matches. Forget that. That's what he said. Damn. Also, another thing was interesting. I don't know if you know the coach from Pittsburgh. He just recently stepped down, but when he made it to the playoff, his celebration was Black Beast celebration. He said that that's like fun. He saw it before. He said shout out to Derek Lewis.
Funny.
Black Beast. I already do that one. I do the other one whenever he won. My boss was that. I don't think that will go as well on CBS. But also, he has the most knockout in heavyweight. I think his most knockouts in UFC history. Derek Lewis. He's 40 years old.
We're going strong.
Yeah, on peptides, even better. High octane. How many knockouts does he have? The UFC. Jesus, he go. He has a shitload of knockouts. He's been fighting UFC since 2014. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he has 16 KOs or TKO in the last 12 years.
It's more than 50% of his wins.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Well, his tattoo he has on his chest, I think it says Knockout King or something like that.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So, I mean, he has a.
He's earned that one.
Yeah. I think he had a pretty lucrative contract after that he broke the record. most knockouts in the UFC history. He also has a record for most finishes in the UFC heavyweight division. I mean, because do you think it has to be cardio based? Because the sense of urgency, because after you pass it around, you might be able to do as well.
Yeah.
But now he has this good cardio. I mean, remember, did he go? He did go against Tuporio. I mean, Tai Tuivasa, right? Bam Bam.
Not sure about that one.
Yes, he did. He got lost. He lost against Tai Tuivasa in round 1. Because remember, Tai Tuivasa was joking around that if he beat Derek Lewis, how she does the shoeing. Instead of doing a shoe, he's going to do it off Derek Lewis cup.
God.
Is that a win or a loss?
Gosh.
Oh, he's going hot beer then.
Yeah.
Balls was hot. It's steaming hot. Cup. Put it in there and try to drink out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you will do this weekend. Waldo Cortez Acosta. Well, I think that's all for today. You have anything else?
Good to hear.
Okay. You close us out.
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Give us a listen on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadios, and iTunes. Follow us on Instagram. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Thanks for listening. See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mad Matters podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube so you never miss an episode. Drop us a review, share with your training partners, and keep rolling on and off the mat. Until next time, keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing.